Doing this is Bob from Akana Odyssey, and today I'm going to give you a reading for Aries. Now, before I get started on the reading, I want to say a few things. One thing is, of course, that we have a shop in Mount Dora, Florida, at the Reddinger Flea Market, which is in the greater Orlando area for you that don't know this area. We have people come and see us from all over the world. When they're here on vacation, they come and see me. I have people from Ireland and Switzerland, Germany, England. Quite a few people come to see me. Also all over the country. It would be wonderful to see you. What we do in the shop is many things. Of course, we do Reiki. I am a Reiki master in 2 styles of Reiki and teacher. I'm certified as a master, of course. And I do a form of Chi, which is an energy healing with my hands, which is done. I do this on the bench. And then if you want to go further, we go on to these sort of bed that we have in the back. So, we do past life regression. That we do during the week. You have to have an appointment for that, though. We read cards, naturally. We also read your palm. If you're interested in something like that, send me a real clear picture of your palm here to the number I'm going to give you, and I will send you back a reading. There is a charge for that, but you'll enjoy it. It tells us about things that in your past, things that may be in the future, health and stuff of this sort. So we'd love to see you and hear from you. So 321-274-7442 is how you can leave me a message, and I will be able to get back to you. And we'd love to hear from you or see you in person is even better. There are many things that we can do for you because we are a truly spiritual shop and truly spiritual. But we can't help you if we don't see you, if you don't contact us. So we would love to help you. That is our goal. That's what it's all about. I am an ordained minister as well. I do perform marriages, but I am not a Christian minister. Right off the bat, I am a pagan minister. It's a little bit different. However, I am still a spiritual minister, and I still do marriages and counseling and all of that kind of stuff. Yes, we're not devil people. We help people in every possible way that we can. So, let's get right to the reading. All right, I do see a few things for you, Aries. Excuse me. One thing I do see is that you seem to be a person with strength. You have strength. You don't always use that strength, but you do have it. There is a decision that you're going to be making this month as well, or now, whenever, and it's going to be one that's an important decision because it's partially emotional and even partial in some ways maybe financial. Think clearly. Do not make any decisions from your heart. That would be a mistake. Your heart is wonderful for feeling love and stuff of this sort, but when it comes to making its mind up, it is more difficult. You have to use your mind and your heart together. In quantum physics, they call it a combination of mind and heart together. This way you get the right decision. See, if you only use your heart, you're using only emotion. You're not thinking, maybe of consequences or whatever. If you only use your mind, then the party that you're dealing with doesn't feel that emotion, doesn't feel that strength. It's sort of just cold in a sense because it's only made from logic, which is great. But the person or the situation that you're dealing with has to feel emotion, has to feel some kind of tenderness or some kind of love or something of this sort. So we combine them together, and we're careful so we don't get hurt. Examine every situation. So I also see there is some dishonesty around you. There are some people or some situation that are not exactly what they seem. They sort of put on a good front, but be careful because it is not 100% accurate what they're doing. I should say honest. Now, another card I do see for you is the Hermit card. Now, that tells us that we need to go within. If you can't do meditation, although you can if you try, but it takes a lot of practice, at least get yourself into a calm state. Maybe you want to get a rose quartz, or not a rose quartz, a smoky quartz. And in your other hand, you can use a moonstone. Now, the smoky quartz will go in your masculine hand, which is your right hand. The moonstone goes in your left hand, your feminine hand. Now, what they do is they balance the yin and the yang in your body. So this way polarity is nice and even in your body. The smoky quartz absorbs negativity. And the moonstone brings calmness to you. So you see you're erasing something and getting something back. You're trying to get rid of all that negativity. Well, as you're thinking in this meditation or relaxation I'm putting all my energy, I'm putting all this terrible feeling, all this hatred or whatever it might be, these bad feelings into this stone, which would be the smoky quartz. And I'm going to receive calmness and love and understanding from the moonstone. So this is what you want to put in your mind. It's very important for you to balance your thoughts. Very important. If you balance your mind and you're retraining it in a sense to be able to look for the good. A lot of times, too many times, things have happened to us in our life, in our past, and we sort of, our subconscious gets trained to look for the bad. Don't look for the bad. It'll come by itself. You don't have to look for it. Balance it. Just balance it. And a good way to balance it is with those two stones. So, now I want to show you here, you have the meditation card, as you see here. And right next to it, because I use 3 decks actually for this reading, is your card that tells you meditation is where it's at as well. It brings answers to you. Now, you also have to, number one, you have to expand your knowledge somewhat. You know, when they say expand your knowledge, it's in many ways. Sometimes it's about just life in general. Sometimes it's maybe if you're thinking of changing jobs, you need to expand your knowledge. And knowledge is magnificent. It has many, many roads to take. And the beautiful thing about it, you can take quite a few roads at one time when it comes to knowledge. You just have to take your time and understand and relax in doing it. You also have to move ahead without fear. Now, I know some of you are thinking of an endeavor that you want to move ahead in some way or another. Do it without fear. Set your heart free. Set your heart free so you can move ahead. Do not let people or objects stop you from the direction that you want to go in. That's a mistake. Remember, above all, you must remain an individual. You must be individual. You have to love yourself first. That is not being greedy or self-centered. Loving yourself gives you self-understanding. And I'll tell you something else. If you love yourself, people understand better because you have a good energy around you. So rather than having negativity and they go, I don't want to be that person, they're always negative. Instead, they're feeling this wonderful energy. And this wonderful energy is going to help you and help them to understand you. Now, also you need to move forward with an open mind as well. That's all part of what I've been saying. You know, your mind has to stay open so you can, number one, understand every situation and every person. See, a lot of times people will say something or whatever, they don't totally mean it, or sometimes they themselves have been hurt and they're carrying around this little bit of chip or bad energy. Try to help them. Try to understand. Look at things differently so that you're able to be someone who helps and brings good energy rather than someone who, I guess, bad energy, I'm backing off, I'm running away. Now, for me, I like when people with bad energy come to me because I am a healer. And I help them. And I help them, I work through it. But I've been doing this for many, many years. A lot of people, which I can't speak to, they run from bad energy. And I do understand that. Because not everyone is in the business of spiritualism like I am. But I want to say, if you could help one person pick the energy up from bad to good, you're doing something, and you have done something magnificent. Now, I do see happy changes coming for you as well. I really do. I see compromise as well, that you need to compromise in some way or another. When I say compromise, I don't mean you have to bow down to a situation. What I mean is that you have to come to some kind of agreement with either your lover or your husband or your job or whatever it is, where we meet together on 50-50. When we meet at 50-50, both parties understand because they sort of both get what they want out of a situation. But if it's like this, 50-40, whatever it might be, it's not. It's going to work. The reason is because no matter how much a person even cares, they still get that little bit of resentment. Then sometimes it festers to something, a teeny little scratch to a tremendous sore. So yes, these things happen. So we don't want people or situations to start off with any kind of animosity, even if when they started off, it feels wonderful. I still love you. Everything is great. Yeah, I'm still hiring you. But they have that in the back of their mind. Like I had a compromise and I lost something. And a lot of times human nature is to find a way, or not even to find a way, their subconscious or whatever starts to rebel. And then things get a little crappy. So understand that. Another thing you need to do, which you haven't really been doing, is listen to your inner self. Listen to that little voice that's within. That little voice within tells it all. Understand, it's not always you, the thought. Many, many times it's your guides and your angels telling you something to keep you safe. to help you through. Remember that. Your guides are with you from the day you are born to the day you die. And then afterwards you meet them there. When you pass and you're going across the tunnel into the light, they will be there to help you, guide you there. They're always there. Listen to them. Listen carefully what they have to say. If you think a situation is bad, it probably is. Get the heck out of the way. Or at least stand back a little and try to understand. This is what the open mind is. Understand, is this really bad? Or is it a situation that can be changed? Give it some thought. Don't run immediately and don't jump in immediately. Give it a little thought. Compromise with yourself, with your own mind, so you know the direction that you have to go in. That is what I do see for you, Aries. So this concludes your reading. I would love to hear from you. 321-274-7442. Please like this video and subscribe. I'd really, truly appreciate that. And contact me. It would be magnificent to see you. So namaste and blessed be. Bless you.